Welcome back, Cat 5 class. In this video, I want to go over the software that we're going to be using in this class. So for Cat 5, we will be using AutoCAD. And I currently have AutoCAD 2021 on my personal computer using the educational version. On campus, we're using 2019, but we are upgrading to 2022. It doesn't matter which version you use. If you want to use an older version, maybe you have an old version available to you at home or at work, and either one will work. Okay, so there's not much difference between let's say 2014 and 2022. All right, so this is what AutoCAD looks like, and we will be using it starting in chapter 3. The first two chapters, chapter 1 and chapter 2, we're just doing handouts by hand sketching, and I intentionally wait to start AutoCAD because there's students dropping and adding the class. So once we get into chapter 3, we'll be doing a lot of assignments in AutoCAD. So prepare yourself for a lot of assignments starting in chapter 3. All right, so once again, we have AutoCAD on campus, not only in our computer lab, but also the other 3. So all 4 computer labs next to each other have AutoCAD, CATIA, SolidWorks, Inventor, and also other softwares for other departments. So if for some reason there's not a computer available in our computer lab, if our computer lab is full of students, you can always go to one of the other computer labs next door where they also have the software available to you. And some of you are going to want to download your own student version so you can use it from home or maybe use it from work. Okay, so in this video I'm going to cover how to download AutoCAD. Okay, so I'm going to just do a simple search. So you can just type in AutoCAD student license, right? Do a search and it'll take you to this option, or at least one of these options here. And we want to go to the Autodesk, and I will provide you a link. So you can either just do a search or go straight to the link that I provide. And notice it says Autodesk.com. Autodesk owns AutoCAD, Inventor, Revit, also a surfacing software called Alias, which is used a lot in automotive. Okay, so we're going to go to the Autodesk website. I'm going to go ahead and click on it. All right, so I'm just going to scroll down. And you can see all the softwares that they have available through Autodesk. So once again, Autodesk owns AutoCAD. Okay, so we're just going to scroll down. And here we have AutoCAD. We also have AutoCAD for Macs. So if you have a Mac computer, this is the one you want to download. For those of you that are PC Windows users, go with this license. And on campus, we use Windows, so PC Windows. I know a lot of students have Macs, so Macs are great for home use, but when it comes to working out in the real world, working for big companies, they tend to go with PC Windows because there's more software available for PC Windows than there is for Macs. And there's some differences between the Mac and the PC Windows version of AutoCAD. There's going to be a lot of drop-down menus, and that's something you can do a search on YouTube. I have not used the Mac version, so I just tell students, hey, if you're having trouble finding a command like line command, point command, you can always look it up on YouTube. There's a bunch of videos available. Okay, so we're going to be using the textbook and using the PC Windows version in the computer lab, but you're more than welcome to use the Mac version. All right, so just click on Get Started. And it's going to ask you for your email. Okay, so you can use, I prefer that you use your student email address. If you want to use your personal email address, you may. Some software providers, whether it's Autodesk or Dassault Systems, which owns SolidWorks and CATIA, they may be a little picky as far as your email address. they tend to want to use, or they want you to use an email address that has a .edu at the end, educational, right? So if you use your El Camino College email address or a university email address, they tend to end with edu for educational. Okay, so you're going to type in your address. Again, I'll leave it up to you, your email address. And you hit next, and you're just going to follow the instructions. They'll provide you with the barcode to scan, and they will email you the codes to enter. After you download the software, you're going to need to input a code to open the software. Okay, so once you download it, you're going to see the AutoCAD icon. Okay, and once you click on it, it'll download, it'll open up AutoCAD. Now on campus, make sure you open AutoCAD English. We have different versions of AutoCAD on campus. We have AutoCAD for architecture. We have AutoCAD for electrical, for MEP, so mechanical, electrical, piping. We're going to use AutoCAD English. Now, when you download your version of AutoCAD, it doesn't matter. You'll just be using the AutoCAD educational license. But on campus, if you're using the computer lab, make sure you click on the icon that says AutoCAD English. Okay. Again, I believe we're using 2022 on campus. If we did the upgrade on the licenses. All right. So once we start chapter 3, I will walk you step by step on how to use the AutoCAD commands. I will provide you with an incomplete drawing, so there will be lines missing, and I'll provide you with an incomplete AutoCAD file, so you don't feel overwhelmed learning how to create your orthographic projections up front. So I'll start it for you, and you'll have to complete the 3 views, and I will walk you through that once we start chapter 3. And I will create a YouTube video for each problem in chapter 3 and so on, anything that involves using AutoCAD. So once we get into chapter 3, then we'll go back to chapter 4, or we'll move forward with chapter 4, do dimensioning by hand, and eventually go to the next chapter and then do dimensioning using AutoCAD. So we'll be jumping between hand sketching and then jumping to the next chapter where we actually do it in AutoCAD. So for every assignment, every problem I provide using AutoCAD, I will create a YouTube video for each individual problem. And some of them may take 10 minutes. If it's a long problem, it may take an hour, maybe 2 hours. So I will provide those YouTube videos for you. All right, so if you have problems downloading AutoCAD, there's a bunch of YouTube videos. So you can just go to YouTube, do a search on how to download AutoCAD student license. Also, in the past, maybe past 10 years, we never had issues with students getting the free student license. Typically, it's 3 years. Okay, so once you download the AutoCAD student license, it's free for 3 years, and you may have to renew it after 3 years if you want to keep using it for the student version. Now, this past semester, students have been having trouble getting access to the student license. I don't know if Autodesk is getting more strict as far as who they give student licenses to. In the past 10 years, they were just practically giving them away. But I think ever since now they've been moving everything to the cloud, they're getting more strict. So they may ask you to provide a copy of your student ID. So if you don't have a student ID, go to campus, go take your picture. It's pretty quick. It takes a few minutes for them to take your picture, and once they develop it, they'll hand over your student ID with the picture. You may also need a copy of your class schedule, and maybe even a teacher signed letter stating that you are a student taking the class. So I don't know, again, what you're going to encounter when you once again sign up to get the free student license. So hopefully you'll let me know as soon as possible. Those of you taking my class, right? If you have any issues getting the free student license to download onto your computer. All right, so in Chapter 3, we'll be using AutoCAD. All right, see you in the next video.